Hello? Okay, we're on, we're rocking. I've got a little audiobook for you here today, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Keys to the Kingdom. It's so good to be back. I'm so excited to be able to be here and share this message with you once again. I've got so much to talk about as well. So I hope you guys are doing really well. I'm so happy to be here. I honestly am. Um, so now I've got a mic and I can actually create videos. I'm just going to do lots of audiobooks for my Keys to the Kingdom at the moment because it's a way where when I'm feeling inspiration, I can literally just hook up my mic like this and I can just put a message out there. So when you see a Keys to the Kingdom video come up and it's an audiobook, what I really want you to do and how I want you to experience it is I want you to put some headphones on and then just go about your life. Do whatever it is that you do. Like, if you want to do some cleaning, do something productive maybe, or go for a walk and treat it like a meditation. Because what I am really doing is I'm reaching deeper into your soul and just helping pull out your consciousness a little bit more so that you become more alive and you experience reality not only as the magician that you are, but just as the human being that you are. Because, like Sadhguru said in one of his videos, it's not about being, a superhuman. It's just about realizing that being human is super. And I don't agree with everything Sadhguru says, but, I don't necessarily trust him either. But the point is, it's a good quote. And, I don't hold what people have done in the past or whatever to their work, because really our job isn't to just judge people and be like, oh, you're this, you're that, so I don't want to listen to you anymore. It's our job to discern the right information from the videos. And that's what true enlightenment is. It's because now you're thinking for yourself, you've become your own human being, and your consciousness has evolved enough to realize the situation on Earth and just take full responsibility for it. Okay, so, I've been going through so many changes lately. So I want to give you a bit of a life update, but also a bit of an energy update also. This video is going to be so beneficial to you and your spiritual journey that I really want you to listen to this. And I'm just going to take my time. I'm not rushing through the information. So, you know, like I said, go for a walk or something. Treat it as a meditation. Clean your room. Do something productive. You know, breathe with me and feel my energy right now, because that's what this is, isn't it? It's a frequency-based reality. And I want to help you to feel your best self so that you just get onto that nice vibration, and then you can attract the things that you want to attract. You can get out of your own way, that dark energy that sort of clouds us in the form of anxiety, depression, and sort of just worrying about the future and worrying about the bills, it's just not a good place to be, is it? And you really don't have to live like that. It's literally just our programming. And also, a lot of us are running anxiety. What does that mean? It means your body, always, it's a wild being, isn't it? You're a wild being on Earth. Obviously, we've become domesticated, so now we don't understand how our mind works and stuff and what's really going on. We haven't been educated to think about life properly. So that's what I want to help you with. And when we're running anxiety, our body is just stress. It's not stressing out, but it's giving us a warning signal about, potential danger. Like, you stressing about the future is a potential danger, isn't it? It's like, will I have enough food? Will I have enough money in the future? Will I have enough? Can I do this? You know what I mean? You're just worrying, and it's a survival mode most of the time. And so you just got to thank your body for it and say thank you for caring for me, because it's loving you. That's why it's doing it. It just wants to protect you. But you can relax. Everything is safe. I'm good. Everything's good. Don't worry about the future. I'm good. Manually override it in that sense, okay? But, obviously I've been going through a lot of things lately, and I had to take some time away from Jade. She didn't like it, and I didn't particularly like it. I went through a lot of stress, really, or not stress, but difficult situations. But basically, I got to a place where I couldn't love myself anymore because not because of necessarily the things that Jade was saying, but the things that when you're in a twin flame relationship, your partner is going to trigger your traumas and stuff. And because I didn't really know what was going on, and Jade didn't know really what was going on with me because I didn't. So how's she gonna know? Obviously, she was worrying a lot, and there was so much crazy energy in the air that I couldn't come to a conclusion of what the answer was. So naturally, I was seeking nature and the plants, and I was seeking even ayahuasca and stuff like that. I really wanted to connect with Mother Earth and get some clarity because I remember years ago, like 8 years ago, I'd done DMT for the first time, and when I went into that trip of having DMT, it just came to me, and that's how the plant medicine works. It just comes to you. You don't have to seek it, you don't have to chase it, you don't have to go out and buy it. It will just show up in your reality. That's how plant medicine works. And when I was at Jay's, the first time I done DMT, I remember going in and, I was actually cutting some guy's hair, and he said, Sam, I've got some DMT. Do you want to try some? And we'd always spoke about it. And I was like, yeah, go on then. And I remember at the time I had so many options ahead of me. I didn't know what way to go, and I had a very challenging time. And I remember just coming out, it only lasted like 5 minutes, the DMT trip. And I remember just coming out and thinking, all I know now is exactly what to do. I just knew exactly what I needed to do, and I went that way. And I've been on that mission. But recently, I've been going through my Saturn's return, and I'm not going to go through what a Saturn's return is in this video because it's a long subject. But basically, your truth is coming to the surface, a deeper level of yourself. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what I was going through, and I needed some answers. So I had to take some time away from Jade, and I just took a few months to. I didn't have much money at the time because of I wasn't working much and stuff like that. And I come from the bottom, guys. I am a self-made man. I haven't had anything given to me. So and I'm coming into my success and my riches now, which is really amazing. I've come from the bottom, and I've stuck to what I believed in, and I've trusted myself. And you just watch. My life is full of abundance now. Look at me. I'm in Thailand, and I'm eating like a king. I'm enjoying myself. I'm making my videos, and I'm actually doing really good on my trading now. And I've just passed a challenge for a funded account, and that's only taken me under a year. Like, I believe in myself so much that whatever endeavor I embark on, I know I can do it. I'm confident in myself. I know that I'll do whatever it takes to get there. And that's really what I want to instill in your mind as well, that sort of never giving up and that perseverance to see it through, because you really can see through whatever journey you choose, in life. But back to the story, I actually was in a situation where I could grow some weed in my garden in the greenhouse at Jade's house. And I actually grew a few plants, and I was growing them like the most natural ones that I could find. And I watered it with Kangen water, which is a very expensive Japanese um, medical device they have in hospitals that you can choose the pH of the water and add electrolytes and stuff like that. They cost about £2,000. They're amazing. I recommend getting one. I watered my plants with that, and I actually put affirmations on in the soil, like powerful love and stuff like that, so that I was doing everything, I was speaking to the plants, because I know the science of this shit. So I was programming these plants with the vibration of truth, of the vibration of Mother Earth, of ayahuasca, connecting with the spirit of love and truth, and so basically when it came to the point of harvest, I was using organic soil fertilizers. I didn't put any chemicals in these plants. Yeah, so when it came to the harvest, I actually and started smoking it. What happened was, I'd not smoked in like 2 years either, because I'm not against the plant, but I feel that you should only do it when you have a calling to do it. And I was in a perfect situation where I could grow some organically, whatever plant I want. You know what I mean? Do it properly. So I felt I felt a strong calling to do it, and obviously I did, and I was able to get an abundance of the plant, and I ended up giving. Well, anyway, when I left Jade's, I went back to my family's place, which I haven't seen in 5 years, and I was about 5 hours away as well. I basically left Jade with no money. I had about minus £500 in the bank. I didn't have a job. I was 5 hours away, so I had to leave where I was up in Newcastle. I left there and went back down south to my family's, and I went there and I hadn't seen them in 5 years. My brother actually, I was speaking to him on the phone a couple of times, and he actually lent me about £100, just so I could get some fuel and get some, a bit of food, so that I could go down and meet him. And I went down there, and I even slept in my car a few times. But when I started smoking this weed, it just made me think I need some time to myself, and it just sent me on this calling, on this quest. And I'm actually not broken up from Jade, and she's actually going to come out here to Thailand with me in the next couple of weeks. So it's all come round full circle, and actually it's proven now that what I done and what I knew to be true, and the decision I made back then was the right decision, because it's all coming back round now, and things are better than ever. Jade's gone through a lot of healing, because she was letting her sort of traumas control her sometimes, as well as I was, because we wasn't we were just in a weakened state, because we'd been dealing with a lot of demonic oppression for about 4 years. We were seeing shamans, and we had a lot of bad luck. Jade lost a lot of money, and we literally were dealing with entities. Like, I've seen them. I've had a lot of experience with it now. I've actually become a demonologist myself. I've had to become that, because no one can help you. Like, I still really, maybe one or two people that were, I would say, 50-60% beneficial, like, shamans and people we saw. We met someone in Ubud in Bali, a sort of shaman, a high priest actually, and he helped us a little bit, but not massively. We still had a lot of bad luck and a lot of bad things going on. So anyway, we came out the back of all this, and it was tough. And because of this, we were both in a bit of a weakened state, and me getting away from Jade for a while allowed Jade to purge a lot of energy, and it was the same with me. I actually cried a lot, and I had to face all my fears. Like, for me, it wasn't about crying, it was about overcoming all my fears. Like, I'd let so many things block me. Like, I wasn't seeing my friends and my family anymore because of whatever reasons, just holding on to grudges, or and life's too short. I do love my family, I do love my friends, and I'm not gonna just not see them because they're not awake and not spiritual. At the end of the day, you know I love these people, and thinking of them gives me a lot of power as well. And I love these people either way, and they, you know, whether they're not even real, even if they're not real and they're just soulless beings, like NPCs, like, even if that is the case, like, at the end of the day, it's my life, and I choose to, however we view the situation is how we experience our life in this situation. Like, we might know the deeper layers of the game and arts and matrix and all this sort of stuff, but at the end of the day, you can still enjoy it for what it is, you know what I mean? And the natural matrix, the natural simulation, because everything in reality is a simulation, and the natural simulation, we made it to experience that and enjoy it for what it is, and that's why our memory is wiped coming into the game. It's so that we can be innocent little humans and enjoy the game without knowing that we're source consciousness, and that we created it and we are God and we're all one, and you are me and I am you. We didn't come into this reality to think like that. You know what I mean? It's an innocence program, really. And if you get too lost in the game, like we have, the fail-safe mechanism kicks in, and then we can enjoy ourselves. We start to know ourselves again, so that we can sort of reset the game and be strong humans and take our power back if anything goes wrong, like it has now. Because we are innocent, we are susceptible to mind control by other intelligent beings out there, and free will exists, so that other intelligent beings within the simulation, they can become more intelligent than other beings within the simulation, like us. You know what I mean? So humanity has been hijacked by more intelligent beings because we've become dumbed down. But really, when you take your power back, you take the reality back. So obviously, this path that I went on when I left Jade for a few months, probably been like 5 months now. This path I went on led me to understanding what I was doing and why I was doing it. I did have a calling from the plant kingdom, and I decided to go that way. And I was so guided. Like I said, I had minus £500 when I left Jade, because when I left, we was going back and forwards, and I wasn't working much. I ended up just spending all my money. It's expensive to live in England, so and because for the last like 5 years, whilst I've been doing YouTube, it's not really been about making money. It's just been about sowing seeds and helping people and getting my name out there, and just growing as a person, so I can become the person that is abundant, and I've healed from my traumas, and I'm that man that I should be. You know what I mean? So yeah, as I look at the time right now, it's 10:10. The angels are always speaking to me, and this path has just helped me. It's guided me to understanding myself a lot more. So yeah, I left Jade's with only minus £500. I borrowed some money off my brother I hadn't seen in 5 years. I went to his house, and I actually stayed in my car a few times whilst I was down there, probably for a couple of weeks actually. And I had a good setup in my car. I know it sounds rare, sounds like, oh, what, you stay in your car? I faced my fears. Like, I literally stayed 2 weeks in Newcastle, sleeping in my car, and I just stayed at beautiful locations. I absolutely loved it. I was staying at the beach and stuff, and I set my car up so I could fully lay down in the back, and I had a full mattress topper in there, and I was able to just fully sleep in my car, and I loved it. Honestly, I would do it again. I loved it. But the thing is, we've been so programmed to think like, what, homeless? It's like, you're not homeless. Like, you're never homeless, and you're always looked after. But you just got to trust the process of life. Don't think that that's a negative thing. It's actually a very empowering thing. Like, I didn't have any real responsibilities or ties to the matrix, you know what I mean? So I was free. I was free, you know what I mean? And that was so much more valuable than what I was doing before. And you know and don't get me wrong, guys, Jade was safe in this time, and she was looked after. She has plenty of money, and there was no more demonic oppression. But at coming out of it, I just needed some time to myself. I needed to do this, and I know Jade didn't really understand, and it really upset Jade, and bless her, so I do love Jade, but she didn't really understand, I don't think, why I was going, because obviously if you love someone, then you just want to be with them. But sometimes if you love someone, you have to let each other grow, and that means, if that means not seeing each other for a few weeks or something, it's not, in the bigger picture, it's not really that big a deal, is it? in the bigger picture, think about the bigger picture of your life. So from start to finish, you being old, looking back on your life and how much time you actually do have here. A few weeks is not a big deal, a few months, even a few years if it has to. But at the end of the day, you've got to do what your soul wants you to do, and that's what, true love understands that. Because like, even on a bigger picture, because that's not even a big picture, your whole life, in a bigger picture, on the scale of evolution of consciousness and us all being source, our souls come here to grow and do the things that we need to do, you know. And I'm only sharing this with you guys because it's a very inspirational story, for one, but also because, I know you guys go through the same thought processes as me, and I know that we all face these things. And when, I am vulnerable like this, I know what it does for people. I know it's helpful because it helps me when other people are vulnerable and just share their story and be truthful, you know. But look, the reason why I'm doing this on Keys to the Kingdom on my Patreon and not my YouTube is because, it's a different platform. On here, it's for people that actually care about what I've got to say. They want to listen, and you've got time to just sit. But on YouTube, you want to get your views up. You want to get your videos found by the algorithm, because if you just put a video out and you don't know, and it's not CEO friendly, search engine search engine optimization, SEO, SEO, not CEO, SEO friendly, if you don't put the right title, the right name and all this bollocks, then it doesn't get found, and you're sort of doing a disservice to people. And you want to just, I don't want to waste my time, you know what I mean? I want to put accurate content out on YouTube so that I get the most out of my time for all that. How difficult it is to make a YouTube video. You got, and not just the confidence you got to build up within yourself to do it, you got to plan it and stuff. You've got to think about your audience and who's listening to it. You've got to be really responsible. But then all the editing time, it takes a whole day really sometimes to make a YouTube video, and that's going balls to the wall, getting things done. You can make quicker ones, and that's why I'm just doing an audiobook right now, because it's like, I've got a message to say. It's so important, and it hasn't even come out yet, the message. I'm just building up to it, honestly. And I can just get my mic out, and I can just create. You guys who want to listen, you're going to benefit massively from this as well. You can do, and I haven't got to worry about getting views and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, I started following this path, and I ended up, facing all my fears. Not only sleeping in my car, I even had my marijuana, my cannabis that I'd just grown, my plant medicine that was helping me, in my boot. So when I got to my brother's, I was able to, sell a little bit to people, which is, I feel, was a good thing to do, because, instead of smoking their trash, their chemical shit that someone's grown in their loft somewhere, they had my plant medicine instead. And I hope that done something for their consciousness at least, if not. But anyway, it really helped me at the time, because I was able to get a little bit of money for it, and it helped me to just get some food and get by in that time. And thank you to everyone who's actually still been supporting me on Patreon, because it's been absolutely so helpful throughout this time, because I didn't really have much money to start with. But anyway, what I done was I met all my family members, and I made up with them all, sort of thing, and everyone was really happy to see me, and it was nice. I spent Christmas with them even, and it was actually really lovely. And it was nice. It's nice to just have that family around me again now, that loves and supports me, and I'm able to have that motivation as well that comes with having a lovely family, because I have got a lovely family. It's just I was going for a spiritual awakening, so I'm seeing the world in a much different way to them. I'm vegan, and to these people, they don't understand it, and I get it, because I was once like that. My consciousness level didn't understand. I didn't understand either. You can, because you can only know someone else as deeply as you know yourself, and if you've not gone through the spiritual awakening experience, even when I speak like this, a lot of you can relate to things, But when you go through more of an evolution of consciousness, then come back to this video, you'll hear a completely different set of information because you're now seeing it from a new consciousness level. Um, yeah, so I ended up meeting a few of my friends as well, and I learned how the law of attraction works a lot more because I started getting my diary out and I thought to myself, right, I want to go to Thailand for winter because, I don't want to be sleeping in my car or anything in the winter because that would be horrible. It was nice in the summer. Um, but anyway, I ended up staying at my brother's house for about 3 months. I ended up working with my friend and I wrote down everything I wanted and needed. I thought, right, I've got to make this much money. I said I need to make £650 per week in order to get all the things that I wanted for Thailand. I wrote down, I needed a drone, I wanted a camera with a selfie stick thing, and I needed my plane tickets, and I worked out how much I needed. I and I ended up manifesting a job that paid me exactly 650 a week. I was actually waking up at 6, going to work at this job, and I was like strimming the verges and stuff. It was quite fun. I even learned how to drive diggers and things like this. It was really fun actually. And it made me just really confident because I was able to basically we'd get there in the morning and the boss would just give us um, a job to do for the day, you know, and then we would go off and we'd have to complete the mission, and anyway, after work, about 5 o'clock or whatever, I would then maybe go and cut someone's hair at their house to make extra money, and then I would go to the gym, and I actually done a 90-day body transformation program, which is what I'm now sharing the results of in my Patreon. So I know it's not for everyone, the fitness videos, but I just wanted to also include them on Keys to the Kingdom, just so if you do want to see them, they're there and you don't have to pay for both tiers, because I do really appreciate you supporting me, and I really want to offer you as much value as I really can. So yeah, it's mainly for you guys because you women aren't going to be doing that sort of working out. But there's still motivation in there, and you can follow the exercises and stuff like that, but just choose ones to suit your body type if you're a woman, for example. Um, but anyway, and then after the gym, I was actually having an ice shower. And in the ice shower, and I mean ice because it was getting to the point. One day it was -6 outside, and I'd been working outside all day, like cold, man. My toes were like frozen. And I remember I got in, I went home from work that day. I went and cut someone's hair. Then about 7 o'clock, it's dark, it's in England, it's cold. And I got to the gym, got changed sort of, I got changed when I got there, done my workout, got in the shower, and I always put it on ice, just full cold tap. And those pipes are cold in England, I tell you. So anyway, I would get in, I'd turn the shower on, and I'm in the gym as well, so it's not very nice having a shower in the gym. I don't know if you know, because anyone can sort of just walk in at any time, and you're just standing there naked. And I'm in the. I did have my own cubicle, but people. There's not like a lock on the cubicle door that like someone could just pull it open or steal your stuff or something. So these fears go through your mind a little bit. You just can't help it, even though it's really silly to think like that. And I know that I'm safe, so I just do the affirmation. I'm safe. Again, it's just my um, sort of running anxiety coming up. My body telling me that danger, danger. You know what I mean? You have to manually override it. So I get in the shower, I put the it full cold tap, and I just launch myself in. I take a few breaths and stuff, and obviously I've just been working out, so my breath is all good. I don't need to do any Wim Hof method or anything like that. So I get into the shower, and at first you're like, ah, and then you just like, no, 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 calm down, breathe. And I focus, even close my eyes, and I'm just breathing, and I just like calm my mind down. I tell myself to calm down. It's okay, it's okay. It's just your brain is just, you know, um, it's not actually the cold, it's just your brain triggering again. It's saying, cold, danger, get out of here, sort of thing. And you're like, no, it's okay, I'm safe. It's not, it's okay. You know what I mean? You're calming yourself down again. You know, now you're learning how powerful your mind is and what's going on in there. You're just learning it. Like, no one taught me this. I didn't learn this from Wim Hof, like what it's doing to your brain and stuff. I just know this from my own experience, and that's the best way to actually learn. Because now I can teach you properly in an authentic way, and authenticism, being authentic, is how you be your author. That's the law of attraction guide, right there. I'm giving you gold right here. So anyway, I calm my mind down, breathing, and after about 30 seconds or so, I put my right hand up and I do high commands. And this is the power, guys. Do this because now you're having so much power in your mind. You're activated because you're in the ice. Then you do the high commands. This is a shamanic practice. And I would say, I, Master Cooper, with full force, right, with my energy, my power, my passion. I'm like, I, Master Cooper, in the name of the Most High, with the full force of the Source, command that I create my reality. And my income is constantly increasing. And I am guided and protected by the source of all things. And I am going to Thailand on the 30th of December. And I will stay there for at least 3 months. And I will complete my trading challenge and I will have a funded account. And I will complete this 90-day body transformation series. And I will film my workouts. And I will create YouTube videos. And I will create keys to the kingdom videos. And I love and approve of myself. I am safe. I trust life. And I have a new affirmation for you now, guys, that will absolutely change your reality forever. And when it comes to affirmations, it's not just about saying what you want in that sense. You can also eliminate evil. You can do this around people that are dark and stuff like that. You know, you can say, all evil must leave and stuff like this. But also, the one that I have now is that if you cannot accept me for who I am, you must leave. Because now you can love yourself. Because the reason why you don't love yourself most of the time and you feel down is because you know someone else around you doesn't approve of you, and now you feel like you don't approve of yourself, and now your heart closes off. You know, just let that sink in because this is so powerful what I'm sharing with you. You need to approve of yourself, and that's how you love yourself. So if you don't approve of me, you must leave. Simple. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry if you didn't catch that. If you don't approve of me, then you must leave. It's simple. It's simple as that. Because some people find it hard to let go of toxic people, you know? And what is a toxic person? That's the big question. What is a toxic person? Well, there's many different ways of establishing what a toxic person is, etc. But I'm not doing anything wrong. If you do not approve of me, because I'm free to make my own decisions and do my own thing, I'm free to do that, you know? I'm not hurting anyone else. I'm actually doing my thing, you know? For me, I'm in Thailand. I have achieved all those things that I said a minute ago in that affirmation list. I've achieved all those things. I'm in Thailand. I got here on the 30th. I've done my funded trading account challenge. You know, I signed up for a £10,000 challenge. They give you a 10k demo account and you've got to make 8% in 30 days. So 800 quid in 30 days. And I made 800 quid in 10 days. I done it because I studied my ass off and now I can trade. Like, I'm confident. And this is it, guys. Like, you can literally achieve anything that you want, but not until you love and approve of yourself and you start saying, if you do not approve of me, you must leave. That is the most powerful affirmation I've ever heard. And you know why? It's because I came up with it. And when you come up with it, it's come up within you. It's come out of you. It's come from the source directly. And it's come through you. So it's your frequency, your genetics, your genetic code, your programming, your everything. So it's you when it comes up from you. So the best affirmations, guys, are the ones that come from yourself. But I don't know if there's anything more powerful than that affirmation, because this is literally what I do as a job as well. Like, I literally make affirmations for people to heal them, you know. So if you actually come to the realization of, because you got to take this seriously in order for it to work, but you're not going to take it seriously unless you know the science behind why it works. And because I'm not asking you to believe me that affirmations are healing. I want you to know the truth, that your voice is a wand and you're casting spells on your life every second, every time you think about shit, whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're speaking about. Anyone that's being toxic around you, just speaking negative and all the negative shit all the time, fuck it off. Not joking. And I know that it's hard to do that. And what about, Sam, you just said you're friends with your family. Yeah, look, I don't mean fuck it off as in never see them again. I just mean you got to be wise around them as well. Like, when you're around them, be present and be like, and say it. Just be like, can you stop talking like that? Just relax, let go. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about all this negative shit. Just, can we just have fun and enjoy ourselves? I know what's going on in the world. I know. I'm doing everything I can to solve it. So I'm not part of the problem anymore. And I don't believe putting fear in and telling people what's going on in the world and all this dark shit is what people need in order to solve the problem. I think what people need is, that can help some people, and I'm not saying don't do that, and I do that sometimes, but, in my videos I've done that before. But what overrides all of that shit, obviously you've got to know the truth about what, but just hear me out. What overrides all of it is if you love and approve of yourself, and when you take back control of your reality. So if people are taking back control of themselves and they are understanding the difference between right and wrong within their own life, so that's again taking power back to yourself, because all you're just doing is understanding what you should be doing in your life, like your rights and the right path, following your calling. That's all positive. That's all that, and some people need to hear the dark stuff. Like, you need to become aware of it, because most people are living in that. You know what I mean? They are in the supermarket buying all the toxic shit. you know. So they have to become aware of that so they stop doing it, of course. So I'm not saying don't be telling people all this stuff. But right now, because most people know for the most part, so why is the world not changing for most people? Because you gotta also do the work, because we will override the satanic programming just by the power of one. But now the power of one has been activated, you know. The few have started, like, and I say mean few, like 1 or 2, 3 people. I know I'm doing it. I don't know who else is. There is other people doing it, and that is all it takes, because that sets the new frequency. It sets the new trend, and the new trend is going to be spiritual awakening. That's why I'm teaching purpose-based business, because that's what's coming next, and it's already started. By the way, it's already started. Woohoo! It's already started, by the way. So we need to get on it. I really recommend getting your message out there now. Really recommend it. So guys, please say this today if you want to change your life forever. If you want to change your life forever, because the you know, I've just given you such keys right there. Like, do the ice showers and do the affirmation in the ice shower, or in the ice bath. I've done that as well. That's even tougher, I think, is the bath. It's harder to get into the bath, but when you're in, it's not too bad. But the shower, it's like little needles of cold hitting you all the time, so that's tough too. Um, but just do this as an affirmation. You don't necessarily have to do the ice showers, but even record it on your phone and then start playing it over and over again, like on repeat. Or get some personalized affirmations from me. I'll do it for you, with some 432 hertz with it or something. But you want to be getting this affirmation in your head because it's going to help you to love yourself. And if you want to really activate the law of attraction, you need to love yourself, because it's all about, because loving yourself and accepting yourself, it just makes your heart gassed, makes your heart open. So when that heart opens up, your auric field opens up. Everyone else around, like, you'll be smiling, happy, loving life, and then everyone around you just starts smiling and loving it with you. It's such a strange experience, but it's just so true. If you go around with a smacked ass face all the time, everyone else has that around you. If you go around loving it, everyone else starts loving it around you. So in order for you to love it, guys, you need to have the affirmation of, if you do not approve of me, you have to leave. You have to leave, because I'm not being evil. Just, I'm here. Don't come over here. Go over there. That's what I'm saying. Go over there. Leave. Leave me alone. That's what you're saying. And so you're not being evil, are you? You have a right to have your own space and your own. You know what I mean? So the affirmation, it's not evil. It's a very positive thing. This is exactly the affirmation that the archons hate. All evil must leave. They hate that. But what's even better is, if you don't approve of me, you have to leave. And this only works, by the way, guys, if you're moral. So if your actions do not cause harm to other sentient beings. So when your actions are not causing harm to other sentient beings and you're being truthful, this affirmation will work for you. And the affirmation is, if you do not approve of me, you have to leave. So I hope you have enjoyed this audiobook, my friends, because I've just given you a powerful message, you know. And just to end it on and let you know what's happening with the Jade situation is, Jade is going to be coming out to meet me in a couple of weeks, which is going to be lovely. It's going to be lovely to see Jade. And Jade does love me for who I am, which is lovely. And one of the things I love about Jade is that we actually both understand each other. It's so nice when you're awake and you're a spiritual being to have contact and friendships and even intimate relationships with people that are on your level. That's why I love YouTube as well, because it doesn't matter how much I get paid or if I don't get paid much or whatever, because there's so much more abundance and prosperity to life than paper money, my friends. So I do really appreciate you supporting my work, and I really appreciate working with you guys. If you want to work with me and have a one-to-one session, or you want to do the unlimited mentorship where you can have my number and be in contact with me all month for only £95, then yeah, please get that service. It really helps me, and it helps me to follow my path and follow my calling and keep giving you messages like this, because guys, I'll do anything I can to put my message out there. And and I really appreciate you guys for supporting me in order to do that, because this is what I love to do. I get so much healing out of doing this, and also I know there's so many people that would have literally ended their life if it wasn't for my videos. So I do it for you guys too. I do it for the people that have gone through some tough times also. And I'm sorry if sometimes if I say something that offends you or is a little bit harsh or makes you feel down, because I really don't want you to feel down. I want you to feel amazing. And I'm not perfect, so I'm sorry if things don't come out accurately or something, but I just want you to know I'm trying my best, and I love you all so much. I want you to feel that energy, because I do. I really do. I want you to be successful, and I really want you to enjoy your life. Because one thing I also love is going round the world and seeing other people do that to me. When I go round and I'm really happy and other people light up around me, I like it also when I'm not feeling very good and then other people light me up. I'm like, yes, I feel gassed again now, thank you. you know? And in order to feel gassed, guys, you need to listen, be yourself, love yourself, be authentic. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear you be you. And that lights you up, that lights me up. And it's just such an amazing thing to see an authentic human, because everyone's different. It's a new experience every time. It's like, yay, an authentic person. Woo! But yeah, guys, I hope you're feeling amazing after this video and so empowered, because I feel empowered. And I feel empowered for that affirmation. It's such a powerful thing, because you'll never not be happy after that. If you don't approve of me, leave. Oh God. But yeah, enjoy yourself, guys. Love yourself. Approve of yourself. And watch your reality grow into all your dreams manifesting, because that's exactly what will happen. Know what you want. Go for what you want. Believe in it. Be that one of 100 people that has a belief, because one person with a belief overrides 1,000 people with simple intent. Because people with intent is not the same as people with action, who actually get up and go and do it, because that takes belief. And most people don't have belief. Why? Because they don't trust themselves. Why? Because when it comes to the small things in life, they don't do them properly. They are slack and lazy. They don't go to the gym every day if that's what they want to do. They have a mission to get their body better, but they don't go because it's too hard, too cold, too painful, too this, too that. The excuses come up. And now, because they don't do that, and they don't do what they want to do, because you feel like you can't, you don't trust yourself, you don't believe in yourself, blah, blah. And now you're not getting anything done in your life. So you don't trust yourself in the bigger picture when it comes to going after your dreams. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you will do it. Not you, but people you know. If you don't believe, and if you only don't believing that, you only can't believe because you don't do the little things in life. So make sure you do the little things in life. Like, if you're washing the dishes, complete it. Care in the language of completion, like I have for this video, and we have completed this transmission. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have making it, and I'm going to do a lot more audiobooks like this, because it's easy for me to create, and I can get more message out there to you and empower you and inspire you for your day. Enjoy your day. Bring this passion into everything you do. And if you feel like life's getting tough, think about all the people that you're doing it for, and let that be your power. And if you don't approve of me, leave. Alright guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And until next time, peace and love, my friends.